In the annals of military history, few names inspire as much awe and respect as Hannibal Barca. A Carthaginian general of unparalleled skill and audacity, Hannibal emerged as Rome's most formidable adversary during the Punic Wars. His strategic brilliance and tactical mastery left an indelible mark on the ancient world, challenging the very foundations of the rising Roman Republic. From his legendary crossing of the Alps to his crushing victory at Cannae, Hannibal's campaigns stand as testaments to his military genius. His ability to outmaneuver and outwit his Roman opponents, even when outnumbered and outmatched, solidified his place among the greatest military commanders in history. This essay delves into the life and campaigns of Hannibal Barca, exploring his military strategies, his key battles, and his enduring impact on the course of history. To truly comprehend Hannibal's impact, one must first understand the complex relationship between Rome and Carthage. Situated on the coast of North Africa, Carthage was a maritime power, its wealth built on trade and its influence spanning the Mediterranean. Rome, on the other hand, was a rising power on the Italian peninsula, its ambitions growing with each conquest. The First Punic War, from 264 to 241 BC, ignited the rivalry between these two powers, a conflict sparked by competition for control of the strategically vital island of Sicily. Hannibal Barca, born in 247 BC, inherited this legacy of animosity towards Rome. His father, Hamilcar Barca, a distinguished Carthaginian general, instilled in his son a deep-seated hatred for Rome and a burning desire for revenge. Legend has it that Hannibal, while still a young boy, swore an oath of eternal enmity to Rome, vowing to dedicate his life to its destruction. This oath would shape Hannibal's destiny and set him on a collision course with the Roman Republic. Hannibal's decision to take the war to Rome's doorstep was a bold and audacious gamble. In the spring of 218 BC, Hannibal set out from New Carthage, now known as Cartagena, Spain, with a formidable army, estimated at around 50,000 infantry, 9,000 cavalry, and most famously, 37 war elephants. His objective to cross the formidable Alps, a feat considered nearly impossible for a large army, and descend into Italy, catching the Romans completely off guard. The journey across the Alps was fraught with peril. Hannibal's army battled not only the terrain but also the elements, facing snowstorms, avalanches, and freezing temperatures. Despite the hardships endured during the Alpine crossing, Hannibal's army, though depleted, emerged into the plains of northern Italy more determined than ever. The Romans, caught off guard by Hannibal's audacious maneuver, scrambled to respond to the Carthaginian threat. Hannibal's first major victory on Italian soil came at the Battle of Trebia in December 218 BC. Exploiting his superior cavalry and the element of surprise, Hannibal lured the Roman army into a trap, inflicting heavy casualties and sending shockwaves through the Roman Republic. The following spring, Hannibal again outmaneuvered the Romans at the Battle of Lake Trasimene. Utilizing the terrain to his advantage, Hannibal ambushed the Roman army as it marched along the shores of the lake, trapping and annihilating a significant Roman force. The Battle of Cannae, fought in August 216 BC, stands as Hannibal's most decisive victory and a testament to his military genius. Facing a numerically superior Roman army led by the consuls Lucius Aemilius Paulus and Gaius Terentius Varro, Hannibal devised a brilliant tactical plan that exploited the Romans' own strengths against them. Hannibal deployed his army in a convex formation, with his weakest infantry in the center and his strongest units, the Gallic and African infantry, on the flanks. As the battle commenced, the Roman infantry, confident in their numbers, surged forward, pushing back the Carthaginian center. However, this was precisely what Hannibal had anticipated. Hannibal's cavalry, having routed the Roman cavalry on the flanks, now swung around and attacked the advancing Roman infantry from the rear. The Roman legions, caught in a pincer movement, were surrounded and systematically slaughtered. The Battle of Cannae sent shockwaves throughout the Roman world. In the aftermath of this disaster, the Romans turned to Quintus Fabius Maximus, the dictator appointed after the defeats at Trebia and Trasimene. Fabius Maximus, recognizing the military genius of his opponent, adopted a strategy of attrition, now known as the Fabian strategy. This approach centered around avoiding direct confrontations with Hannibal's main army, instead focusing on harassing his supply lines, engaging in small-scale skirmishes and exploiting Hannibal's limited manpower. The Fabian strategy, while frustrating for Hannibal, was effective in denying him the decisive victory he sought. Hannibal, despite his string of victories, was unable to deliver the knockout blow to Rome. His army, operating deep within enemy territory, faced logistical challenges and constant pressure from Roman forces. However, the Fabian strategy, although strategically sound, proved politically unpopular in Rome. While Hannibal roamed southern Italy, the Romans gradually rebuilt their armies and refined their strategies. They learned from their defeats, adopting new tactics and equipment to counter Hannibal's strengths. The tide of the war, once flowing in Hannibal's favor, began to turn. The Roman Senate, recognizing the need for a more aggressive approach, appointed new commanders, including the skilled general Scipio Africanus. Scipio, recognizing that Hannibal could not be defeated in Italy alone, devised a bold plan to carry the war to Carthage itself. In 203 BC, Scipio landed in North Africa, threatening the Carthaginian heartland. This daring move forced Hannibal to abandon his Italian campaign and return to Africa to defend his homeland. Hannibal's departure from Italy marked a turning point in the Second Punic War. The Battle of Zama, fought in 202 BC near the city of Zama Regia in North Africa, marked the final clash between Hannibal Barca and the Roman Republic. Hannibal, despite having been recalled from Italy and facing a Roman army invigorated by recent victories, remained a formidable adversary. He had assembled a large army, including veteran troops from his Italian campaigns, and in a desperate attempt to bolster his forces, 80 war elephants. However, Hannibal faced a Roman army under the command of Scipio Africanus, a general who had proven himself to be Hannibal's equal in cunning and strategic brilliance. The Battle of Zama was a hard-fought contest, with both sides displaying great skill and determination. However, Scipio's tactical innovations and the discipline of his legions ultimately proved decisive. Scipio's deployment of his troops, his use of Roman javelins to disrupt Hannibal's elephants, and his decisive cavalry charge broke the Carthaginian lines, leading to a crushing Roman victory. The Battle of Zama marked the end of the Second Punic War and the shattering of Hannibal's dreams of Carthage's supremacy. The Carthaginians, decisively defeated, were forced to accept humiliating peace terms, surrendering their territories, disbanding their navy and paying a heavy indemnity to Rome. Hannibal, although defeated, survived the battle. However, his political career was over. Accused of prolonging the war by his enemies in Carthage, he was forced into exile. In 183 BC, with Roman agents closing in, Hannibal, rather than face capture and humiliation at the hands of his enemies, took his own life. Despite his ultimate defeat, Hannibal Barca's legacy as one of the greatest military commanders in history remains secure. His strategic brilliance, tactical innovations, and unwavering determination continue to inspire awe and admiration, even centuries after his death. Hannibal's impact on military thinking is undeniable. His use of combined arms, his mastery of maneuver warfare, and his ability to adapt to changing circumstances set him apart as a military genius. His campaigns, studied by military leaders for centuries, offer timeless lessons in strategy, logistics, and the psychology of warfare. But Hannibal's legacy extends beyond the battlefield. Hannibal Barca's story is a reminder that even the most brilliant military commanders are not invincible. Despite his tactical genius and strategic acumen, Hannibal was ultimately defeated, his dreams of Carthage's supremacy shattered by the resilience and determination of the Roman Republic. However, Hannibal's defeat does not diminish his achievements or the enduring lessons his campaigns offer. His ability to challenge a superpower like Rome, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to inspire his troops in the face of adversity continues to resonate with military leaders and historians today. Hannibal's story serves as a potent reminder that victory in war depends not only on military prowess, but also on political will, logistical capacity, and the ability to adapt to unexpected challenges.